Revenge films.
My name is John. I live with my wife Mary and my daughter Nicole, and we're a happy family of 3. My daughter and I are not biologically related, but we keep that a secret from her. My daughter's real father is the man that my wife cheated on me with in the past. My wife was always the self-centered and selfish type, but she was beautiful and pure, and I fell for her, so we got married. However, in our 2nd year of marriage, when I was away on a long business trip, I found out that my wife was cheating on me. By the time I realized, she was already pregnant with that man's child. And when he found out, he disappeared. My wife came crying to me and apologizing, asking me to raise the child with her. Of course, at first, I told her she couldn't just have it her way and said no and also consider divorce. However, my wife became unable to eat, and her health took an extreme turn for the worse.
I can't live without you,
she said, and I wasn't able to leave my wife alone as she was drowning herself in tears every day. And in the end, I forgave her. After she gave birth to a healthy baby girl, with the slightest bit of hope, I requested a DNA test just in case. But it turns out that she really wasn't my child. That being said, none of this was my daughter's fault, so I tried to tell myself over and over again to forget that we were not related by blood. When Nicole was born, things truly felt like a real family, and life was happy again. As long as I was there, I vowed to love her as though she was my own daughter, and I did everything I could to help my wife with raising our precious daughter. We didn't want to hurt our daughter either, so we decided as a couple that it would be best not to tell her the truth. I hoped that we would live as a happy family of 3 forever, but unfortunately, that didn't last long. When my daughter was in her last year of middle school, my wife cheated on me once again. This time it was with her classmate from high school, with whom she had gotten back in touch with at her high school reunion. Much to my dismay, he was the one that contacted me himself. That was how I found out. When he called, he suddenly said, "I want you to get a divorce from Mary." So I confronted my wife, and she didn't try to deny the affair. On top of that, my wife told me that she wanted me to get out of the house. She said that she wanted to live with her new boyfriend and our daughter in this house. But of course, there was no way I was going to give a full-time housewife full rights to the house. Plus, if we were getting a divorce because of her adultery, it was obvious that she would be at a disadvantage. Even then, my wife refused to apologize or back down, and I was over it. Since we had a daughter who was still in middle school, we couldn't push forward with a divorce, and time kept passing by. Around that time, my daughter started acting strangely. Up until then, she was really attached to me, and we had never gotten into any fights or arguments before. I thought we had a great relationship, but one day, she started avoiding me. At first, I thought maybe she was going through puberty and hitting a rebellious phase, but eventually she started verbally harassing me.
Nicole, go get in the shower.
Wasn't that guy in the shower earlier?
That guy? Oh, you mean your dad? Yeah, he already finished taking a shower.
Ew! I can't get in the same shower as him. That's disgusting.
Come on, just go in.
I'm going to take a quick rinse then.
I can hear you, you know.
What? Eavesdropping? Ugh, that's so creepy of you. You're the worst scumbag, old man.
What's with that mouth of yours lately?
Shut up. It's none of your business.
My daughter slammed the living room door shut and stormed out. Leaving me at home with my daughter like this, my wife would sneak out at night from the house and come home in the morning. By this time, that happy family of 3 had already come crashing down and turned to dust. My daughter's word became more and more harsh as the days went by, and I could feel the stress piling up inside of me. Then one day, it became clear that the reason for my daughter's behavior was because my wife was brainwashing her. When I came home early from work that day, I could hear my wife and my daughter speaking in the living room.
I can't do this anymore. How much longer is the old man going to be in this house?
Who knows? I can't believe he can act so normal when he's having an affair.
You should hurry up and divorce that guy. I can't believe he would cheat on you with a young woman after all that you've done for him, Mom. I hate him.
That guy is the worst kind of father who would betray his own family. Let's hurry up and kick him out so that we can live in peace together.
Yeah, let's get him out of here already. I can't let you keep getting hurt like this, Mom.
What are you guys talking about?
Honey?
When did I ever cheat on you? You're the one that's been cheating all this time. You've been lying to Nicole and brainwashing her.
I haven't brainwashed her. Nicole, don't be fooled by your father's lies.
I know. I've already heard everything from Mom. You're a giant liar. Hurry up and get out.
I'm not lying. Nicole, open your eyes. You know that your dad would never lie or do anything to hurt you.
You're disgusting. Don't touch me. Why don't you just go off on your little girlfriend's place already?
Nicole!
I don't want to see your face ever again.
No matter how much I tried to clear up the misunderstanding, my daughter wouldn't listen to a word. Not only that, but she kept insisting that I was a liar, and our relationship got even worse. I had raised her with all my love as if she were my own daughter. But since my wife was always at home with her as a full-time housewife while I was at work, she got to spend more time with Nicole and had brainwashed her. And I was devastated. Even if my wife were to continue with her affair, I wanted to at least take responsibility as a father and help raise my daughter until she graduated high school. But around this time, I started prepping for a divorce at any moment. The deciding factor came one day when my wife had left the house and I was home alone with my daughter. It was my day off of work and I was relaxing in the living room when my daughter came home. Welcome back.
Why are you here? When are you going to leave us alone?
I'm not going anywhere.
Huh? Hurry up and get out and just pay child support fees. It's embarrassing to have a disgusting old man like you as my father.
Don't say anymore.
I don't think of you as my dad at all. Anyone who would cheat is the same as trash. Hurry up and get lost.
At that moment, I had reached my limit and snapped. Fine, that's enough. I'm not your father anyway.
What are you saying?
I had planned on exposing everything at the time of the divorce, and I had prepared something in advance. Look at this.
A DNA test?
It took some time for my daughter to understand that she and I were not biologically related. With the DNA test results in her hand, Nicole fell silent and stared at the paper as I slowly revealed the truth to her. I told her that she may be the daughter of my wife and her affair, but that to me, she was my daughter, whom I loved unconditionally as though she were my own. Nicole's eyes welled up as tears started streaming down her face. Seeing my daughter sobbing and apologizing to me through her tears made my heart hurt.
Not even your real daughter, and still, you raised me. I didn't know.
But the love I have for you as my daughter is real. And I think of you as my only daughter. Every human makes mistakes.
Dad,
But I've reached my limit, so I'm gonna leave now.
I don't want that. I promise I won't yell at you anymore. I want to be best friends, just like we used to be.
It's already too late.
How could you say that? Dad, I'm so sorry. Please, forgive me.
I'm home. Wait, what happened? Nicole, why are you crying?
Mom, you lied to me, you liar.
What on earth is going on?
I explained everything to my wife from start to finish and served her the divorce papers. After the initial shock, my wife turned livid for telling my daughter the truth about our relationship. I ignored her and let her run on her own as I gathered my belongings and put the house behind me. I never went back to that house again. After that, the divorce was finalized, and I began my new life living in a one-bedroom apartment. Of course, it's not like my love or responsibility towards my daughter had disappeared. So after the divorce, up until she graduated high school, I transferred child support fees every month for her. My daughter sent me multiple messages, expressing her guilt and regret. But all I could think about was all the awful things she had said to me for so long. At the same time, I would get flashbacks to when my daughter was still a sweet little girl. About 3 years after the divorce, I got a message from my daughter that she got a job, and that she was also going to move out of the house and start living alone. After that day when I left my old house, I hadn't seen my daughter once. But I wanted to congratulate her for getting a job. We decided to go to dinner together. It was my first time seeing her in 3 years. The moment we reunited, my daughter broke down in tears and couldn't stop crying. Immediately after the divorce, my daughter realized she was being brainwashed by my ex-wife, and she lived in misery, dealing with her guilt and regret while having to be around her cheating mother. But after that day, my daughter and I started to meet up more frequently for dinner, and we started to slowly rebuild our relationship. As for my ex-wife, she got remarried to the man that she cheated on me with, but then he dumped all of his debt onto her and ran away. When that happened, she came to me for help, but of course I refused. My wife became hysterical and started calling me every single day and spewing hate towards me. Until then, I hadn't collected a settlement fee from her for her affair. But this was the straw that broke the camel's back. And 3 years later, I sued my wife for adultery. After that, she never called me again. Thanks to that settlement money, I was able to take my daughter on vacations and we created more happy memories together. That's why I decided to let go of any resentment from the past. Look towards a brighter future for myself and my daughter.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.